0, Andrew Butler. That's his first team foul of the quarter.
Test. Check. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to High Top Sports Network, our presentation of WPIAL. Class 5A, Section 2, Varsity Basketball, Boys Varsity Basketball tonight, Friday night, here at the Hawks Nest. My name is Josh Ruttengoss. Thanks for tuning in. A little delay on the start of this game. Apologies there. 5:34 left. Score is tied at 2 here in the early going. Jaden Oliver drives. He's going to get the bucket, and the foul will go against Hampton. Game started a few minutes earlier than anticipated, and I was lugging equipment, and the door wasn't open. There was all kinds of fun stuff in the way, but here we are. And Oliver converts a three-point play, so the Riverhawks up by a triple here early in the first quarter, thanks to Sprankle's Neighborhood Market, tonight's official game broadcast partner and our scoreboard sponsor. Get that scoreboard for you in 1 second. And the first bucket that was scored tonight was by Jonas Cups for Hampton. Jacob Zepp with a bucket, and then Oliver with a three-point play. Those are the scoring plays so far. Nice drive and finish by Ray Kersop. So make it 5-4. Riverhawks with a 1-point lead here. Still looking for their first win in section play this year. And a tough go of things for the Riverhawks. Good look and good ball movement. And Chase Jablonski, who suffered an injury in football season and has come back healthy, had 12 points the other night in a close loss against Indiana. But Jablonski starting to find his rhythm here on the court. Nice drive and a finish over. I'm going to say that was Brumbaugh, and that was Cups going up over Brumbaugh. And a turnover right there. Riverhawks, little drop pass, and the left-handed layup is converted by Zach Danner. So now Hampton, they were down and now on top, 8-7. Olsen gets it ahead to Oliver, and Brumbaugh tries the Euro step, right-handed, throws it up, no good. And rebounded by the Talbots, push it forward. Little short jumper in the paint. No good. Zepp fighting for it with Kersop. And that's a jump ball. It is going to go to the Riverhawks. Good crowd on hand tonight. Thanks to the Hampton basketball boosters for reaching out. I provided them with the link. So hopefully some more Hampton viewers than usual tonight.
Ball goes out of bounds. Talbot's ball.
So Talbots will inbound, up by a point, 3:48 left here in the first. Inside, good pass, and over the top goes Jablonski. And Kersop got Jablonski off his feet there, so a nice play by Kersop, the senior, 6'3" swingman for the Talbots. I've said his name a lot over the years. Doing these basketball games between Armstrong and Hampton. I remember dreading playing Hampton when I was in high school as a Katanning Wildcat. It was generally a pretty bad night for us. Three-pointer from the corner up, and no good. Rebounded, though, by Danner. So a second chance here for the Talbots on this possession. Drop it off, long three, up and in and out, no good. That one missed by Gavin Gwynn, and that will be a foul there after the rebound by the Riverhawks. Kersop, I think that was Kersop they said, no? Was it not? Well, he is still in the game, so it must not have been on him. I couldn't hear the voice of Mr. Canish. Oliver up high off the glass, can't finish, and going the other way, they're going to say Jablonski tipped it out of bounds.
Reporting into the game for the Talbots, number 3, Luca Romero-Lauro.
Into the game for the Talbots, Luca Romero-Lauro. I'm going to have fun saying that. Always appreciative of a great name. So Talbot still holding that 1-point advantage here in the first quarter. WPIAL 5A Section 2 boys varsity basketball here on High Top Sports Network. Riverhawks and Talbots. And that pass cut off baseline. Good ball movement by Hampton. 3 ball from the wing. No good. And rebounded by Jablonski. That 3 went up courtesy of Griffin Jarrell, but would not fall. And now Quinn Olson bringing it up the court for Armstrong. Over to Brumbaugh. Inside, and a short little jumper by Zepp. It's going to be just short off the front rim, and he's usually pretty good with those just inside the free throw line, and Zepp just coming up a little bit short on that one. And a travel called on Luca Romero-Lauro. So Riverhawks will take over after that turnover. Oliver triggers, will inbound to Zepp. Excuse me. And Oliver going to pull a 3 from the wing. That one's short as well. Good rebound in there by Jonas Cups. Be a great name for a golfer. Jonas Cups. Wonder if he does play golf. Might have to ask him. So Hampton doing a good job on the glass overall. A couple of second chances on the offensive glass, and pretty much dominating the defensive rebounding here, not giving the Riverhawks any second chances so far in this game. Long 3 again. That one short off the rim. That one knocked out of the hands of Oliver, and coming out of there with it is Luca Romero-Lauro. Another 3 ball up from deep. And that one is good. Jonas Cups in the bottom of the cup for a triple. Hampton now up 11-7. Olsen gets it to the corner. Brumbaugh corner 3, no good. And the Riverhawks are ice cold here in the first quarter. Outlet pass out in front of the pack. And Andrew Butler gets the bucket in transition. 13-7 Hampton, a timeout called by Armstrong head coach Brian Kovalowski. While the timeout on the floor, let's take a timeout here to thank one of our great sponsors. Actually, we'll stick with the Riverhawks cheerleaders for just now, and then we'll thank Armstrong Indoor Athletics. But thanks for tuning in, and here are your Armstrong Riverhawks cheerleaders.
Numbers 4, Porter Kelly, and 35, Gavin Gwynn. Riverhawks small, come out with a 60-second timeout.
Back to the action here. Riverhawks inbound after the timeout. First quarter. Just under a minute left, 48 seconds. So let's see what the Riverhawks drew up in that timeout, and it wasn't that as Jablonski throws it away. Olsen thought he had a man beaten on the backdoor cut, but Jablonski wasn't looking there, so the ball gets away, out of bounds. Turnover, Riverhawks. Not a good start for Armstrong here tonight against these Talbots in this section battle. Again, Riverhawks 0-5 in section play so far this season. It's been a rough go. Oh, that looked like a walk right there by Danner, but no call. Olsen comes over for a nice block. And Olsen, all of 5'9", gets up there and blocks Gavin Gwynn. And he anticipated that one nicely. Good play by Quinn Olsen, and now the Riverhawks have a chance. Oliver drives, throws it up soft, but it is short and rebounded by the Talbots' Zach Danner. And so now Hampton with 8 seconds left will have a chance here with the last shot of the quarter. Oh, it's stripped away, so Olsen bringing it back the other way from half court, fires it just off left. No good. And that one will signal the end of the first quarter. So now we will take a break and thank Armstrong Indoor Athletics. You know what? We will not. We will hang with the Hampton cheerleaders right now because I did it for the Riverhawks girls cheerleading squad, and I'll do it for the Hampton cheerleading squad as well. All right. Nice round of applause there for the Talbots cheerleaders. Good job by those young ladies. And the Riverhawks have brought the pep band tonight. We'll get them on camera here for a sec. Go Riverhawks. That was a little soft there from the crowd. There's the pep band. All right, second quarter about to get underway here at Armstrong Junior Senior High School in scenic Manor Township, Pennsylvania. High atop the hill, Buffington Drive, and we are 8 minutes into this one. The Talbots lead by 6, 13-7 is the score. And a shot up and drained right out of the beginning of the second quarter here. Luca Romero Lauro with the bucket there. That makes it 15-7. Carter Schotting getting his first action, the freshman. Had some good games earlier this season. Has well, I think one of the officials thought that Coach Cavo called time, and he's just standing there like I did not. And let's see what happens. They originally pointed to the Riverhawks bench like Coach Cavo called a timeout, but I don't think he called a timeout. I don't think that Coach Joe Cangilla called a timeout either. So a little discussion here amongst the men in stripes. See what they come up with. And we're just going to give the ball back to Hampton would be my guess. Possibly. Yay, nay. Nope, it's Riverhawks ball because I guess they had it. So just maybe the official might have heard a timeout call, and then he whistled the play dead, but that was not what was happening on the floor. No coach called a timeout, so the Riverhawks maintain possession. Schotting over to Zepp. Well, and a turnover there. That pass by Olsen knocked away by the Talbots. And inside spin move, and the shot comes off the rim, and Schotting picks up the defensive board. And the pass too far. Well, that one knocked away at the very last second by Porter Kelly. But the Riverhawks tried to stretch the floor there a little bit, and ball got away. Kelly knocked it out of bounds. And inside, so Jaden Oliver gets the Riverhawks their first point in quite some time. The Riverhawks have been scoreless there for, I don't even remember how long. It's probably like 6 or 7 minutes. They did not score a bucket. They started out kind of matching Hampton and went cold there for quite a while. So the Riverhawks do get on the board. Oliver gets that bucket. That one, deep three, no good. Zepp rebounded. And Jacob Zepp brings it up the court and knocked out of bounds by Hampton, so it will remain Armstrong ball. So Butler is in. For Hampton. And Zepp off the inbound. And a kick ball. So it will remain Armstrong ball. And a long three by Olsen. He leans it in. A little body control there by Olsen. That's kind of like when you hit a ball down the foul line or you're kicking a field goal and you're just kind of like trying to lean it in, and that's what Olsen did. He hits the three, and now a three-point game. Riverhawks fighting back. Looked like Hampton might have a chance to kind of run away. But Armstrong, a couple of big buckets here at the start of the second quarter. Schotting has the ball in a little bit of trouble, but gets it off to Zepp. And now Olsen controls top of the key. Zepp in the paint, goes up, and off back rim. Schotting fights for it. And on the baseline, out of bounds. So tough break there for the Hawks, but good hustle by Schotting. And a drive. Oh, good play to use his shoulder to clear some space. That was Gavin Gwynn, but going to get a foul. Gwynn, after the miss, maybe a frustration foul there. So Gwynn picks up the violation. Olsen, a little floater in the lane, no good, and fighting for it is Zepp. He gets the offensive rebound back out to Olsen. So good play there by Zepp to fight for it and get it back to his team. Oh, Jablonski maybe not ready for that heater from Schotting on the wing, but turnover there, Riverhawks. Not so good on that possession. And a nice crossover, and high and finishing is Cups. What a play, Jonas Cups. Yeah, the crossover shook Zepp, and then he went high and finished. That pass in to Schotting on the wing there, kicks it back out. 17-12, Hampton on top. Zepp in the paint, kicks it out. Oliver swings it, Schotting, three ball up from the wing, that's no good. And Jablonski got a hand on it, tipped it off of Gwynn, but able to recover are the Talbots. And ball inside. Zach Danner, double team there in the block, Schotting on him. And Danner throws it away, so good defense by Schotting, being, kind of a pest there. We're going to have the ball taken out right in front of the Hampton bench. And Olsen dishes it for Jablonski. It was a good look, but right past the hand of Jablonski. Swing it to the side, and triple from the corner is good. Jonas Cups again. My goodness, Cups is having a first half. 15 points for Jonas Cups. And a timeout called by Armstrong head coach Ryan Kovalevsky. And the Riverhawks cheerleaders getting it underway with the pep band. I don't want to zoom in or zoom out too much. I want to kind of get everybody in there. But it's always nice to have the band inside. You kind of think of the band as an outdoor event type thing, football, specifically, of course. And guess what? The band's indoors. And I like the pep band at a basketball game. It's It's kind of a cool feature of high school. You don't really see it much. I guess we do see it in college sometimes, but, obviously not in the pros. But the pep band inside in the gym, kind of fun.
Ball coming out of the 60-second timeout.
So out of the timeout, Riverhawks down by 8 points. And drops it off. Nice pass. Zepp finishes. And Hampton, the lead cut. Down to 6 points here. (20 to 14). And there we go. You got your scoreboard up there. Thanks to Sprankle's Neighborhood Markets. 20 to 14. Nearly a turnover right there. But Armstrong able to control. And underneath, Jablonski can't finish. And in there for a rebound was Ray Kersop. And
Armstrong foul players number 14, Chase Jablonski. That's his second, first team foul of the quarter. Reporting back to the game for the Riverhawks, number 2, Garrett Brumbaugh.
Turnover there. Hampton gives the ball up. Out of there with the steal. Olsen. And brings it out. 2:18 left.
Talbots foul playing number 0, Andrew Butler. That's his second team foul of the quarter. Reporting back to the game for the Talbots, numbers 14, Griffin Gerald, and 35, Gavin Gwynn.
And that three ball missed by Olsen. In there for the rebound. Gets tipped to Zepp. And in. 20 to 16 now. Riverhawks have come back in this one and made it a game. 20 to 16 now. Down 4 points with under 2 minutes to go. 1:36 actually left in this one. And that triple up and good. What a big shot by Gavin Gwynn. And so now 23-16. No good there. And rebounded by the Talbots. 1 minute left exactly in this first half. Drive and a reverse. Nice play. Kersop gets it to drop. Make it 25. And 39 seconds left. Zepp drops it off to Olsen. Back to Zepp. And Zepp is hit, but no call. No whistle at all, actually. That was a lot of contact.
Reporting back to the game, or reporting into the game for the Talbots, number 5, Luke Claus. Along with number 0, Andrew Butler. Talbots ball.
There we go. Sorry about the scoreboard, folks. That's good to go now. And again, thanks to Sprankle's Neighborhood Markets, where you can hashtag save on meat. That's right, I sang it. Not afraid of success. As Sprankle's is also not afraid of success. And the Talbots have not been afraid of success in this first half. Pull-up jumper, no good, a little strong. Oliver with the rebound, just 4 seconds left. An outlet. Brumball makes the catch. He's going to have to get it up around the back. And nearly drops it in. I don't know what was going on with Brumball right there. I think he was just trying to find the handle on the ball. That was interesting. As Brumball he caught the ball and trying to free himself up with some space, trying to get some space for himself. He went around the back and was able to get up a pretty decent shot. It's elementary night here at Armstrong Junior Senior High School, and the Riverhawks cheerleaders will do their routine, and I'm going to tune out until the beginning of the second half. Thanks for joining us here on High Top Sports Network. Josh Reckengos with you tonight.
The winner of tonight's 50-50 will take home $105. Winning ticket number 5713637. Once again, winning ticket number 5713637. If you have ticket number 5713637, please report to the concession stand at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a round of applause for our Armstrong band for being here this evening for our music entertainment. Thank you, band, for coming tonight. It's Ross Ball to start the second half of tonight's section matchup in the Hawks Nest.
All right, folks, back for the third quarter here. Armstrong Riverhawks trail by 9 points. And they will have the ball to start this second half. Olsen in some trouble, gets to Oliver. He finds Brumbaugh. And Riverhawks pull it back. It is the third quarter, I promise you that. And Oliver gets into the lane and finishes. Jaden Oliver, nice bucket. Hampton pushing it right ahead. I'm going to adjust that camera just a touch because we got the scoreboard up there, thanks to our own Joe Rhodes back at High Top headquarters. Got that up and going for me. Appreciate that, sir. Just going to pull it up just a little bit so it doesn't interfere with the hoop. That looks pretty good. And the Riverhawks will force a turnover, so 25-18 is the score here in the third. Armstrong and Hampton, thanks to Sprankle's Neighborhood Market, Olsen Chiropractic, Armstrong Indoor Athletics, Steffi's Country Catering, Phoenix Physical Therapy, Katanning and Rural Valley, Nicola Ann Photography, Flanders Whole Home Solutions, that ball three-pointer off by Jablonski, and rebounded again, a long pass by Hampton, and a shot off balance there by Cups. We're going to get a foul on the floor prior to the shot.
Armstrong foul going against number 5, Jacob Zepp. That's his
So that foul goes against Zepp. Number 1 for him. Zoom out just a touch as well. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. See everything, no interference with the hoop. First one, no good. There for Andrew Butler. Second one is good. Back to an 8-point lead for the Talbots. And the Riverhawks not messing around. They're trying to get the ball up quickly. They do into Jablonski. He scores. So if the Riverhawks can trade 2 for 1, they'll gladly do it to get back in this game. Now down 6. And Butler turns that one over. Good steal by Olsen. And Olsen, wow, that got lucky there. Riverhawks catch a break. Olsen finding Oliver. He goes up, expected the contact, got the contact, no whistle. And Oliver's shot misses. Hampton out of there with a rebound. It is turning into a track meet, and I don't know if that's what the Riverhawks really want here against the Talbots. Jonas Cups, another bucket. He's got 14 points in this game. That leads all scorers. He's been doing it inside, outside, in transition. And Jonas Cups having a nice night. Jablonski faked the three. Olsen's going to take it. That one is off. Knocked around on the court for it, and out of there with the rebound is Hampton, and a good play. Well, Cups the beneficiary of a nice pass there by Danner, I believe. And that makes it 30-20, so a quick 4-0 run there for the Talbots. And here's where the Riverhawks can't start settling for threes. They got to get good shots like they were getting early in this quarter. Now 5:22 left in the third. And there's always a tendency, or I don't know how you would really characterize it. Maybe not a tendency, but I'm trying to think of the right word. My brain's just kind of fried by the end of the week. It's been a long week. I got stranded in Newark, New Jersey for a couple days. I mean, geez, not really where you want to be. I mean, it's a great city. Some cool things, a lot of history. But I didn't really want to spend an extra 60 hours there at the beginning of the week, which I did, thanks to Winter Storm Blair. But yeah, so the brain's kind of fried. But what I was saying is, when you get down 10 points, there is, you kind of get quick on the trigger, almost an impulse, I guess you would say, to want to chuck up threes to get back in the game quickly. And the Riverhawks, I mean, they're not a great three-point shooting team. They really, that's not their game. It really hasn't been for several years. I don't know if it ever really has, as that's a great finish in the lane on the floater, off balance. Bucket there by Kersop. So now a 12-point lead. Riverhawks had it down to 6. Well, Zepp going to get those two back, and now back to a 10-point game. But, you know, the Riverhawks don't want to go. Oh, that was a push in the back right there. And Cup's got away with it as he again gave the forearm shiver to Olsen to try and get to the rebound, but it bounced the Riverhawks' way. That pass deflected on the floor. Shotting. Oh, Zepp too strong in close, and Zepp trying to get some space. Brumbaugh's going to shoot a three from the wing. That's no good. Olsen now the offensive rebound into Zepp. Zepp trying to get some space again, up with the left hand, his dominant hand, and he scores. Jacob Zepp strong in there. And Zepp's really good at that, lowering the head and using the shoulder to kind of clear out some space. We got a timeout taken by, whoops, I gave the points to Hampton there. Sorry, that's not their points. My bad. Whoops, I'm giving them 2 more. Okay, now we got it correct. I mean, the Hawks cheerleaders and the band doing a great job tonight, not allowing me. I mean, I got to keep it on here. These kids work hard, just like the athletes on the court or on the field. We showcase the bands at halftime of football games because, you know, all of this is an integral part of the experience of high school sports. You know, the band works hard, the cheerleaders work hard. Everybody wants to put on a show come Friday night, whether it's on the court or on the field. So I'll leave it here for the band, but got some commercials of our sponsors, but boy, these Riverhawks are right on top of it. And I can't just pull away now. So thanks to Olsen Chiropractic, thanks to Armstrong Indoor Athletics, thanks to Steffi's Country Catering, thanks to Ryan Bowser State Farm. I got commercials, but sorry guys, I'm not going to run them when the kids are out here showing out for the fans. So 4:11 left in the third quarter. And all the way down the other end, we'll follow number 11. That would be Zach Danner. When he was first announced by Mr. Jay Canish, the co-athletic director here, and voice of the Armstrong Riverhawks, when he was first announced, I thought he said Zach Banner, name of former Pittsburgh Steeler offensive tackle. I thought, Zach Banner, what a name to have to share with that guy. But it's Danner with a D, as in David. Whoa, falling is Butler, and they're going to get whistled for a travel. Hampton with the turnover. Butler, nothing he could do right there. Stepped on a shoe, I think, and that one, that's tough when you're dribbling. You're trying to get the lane and make something happen offensively, and you step on somebody's shoe and just roll it over and fall down with the ball. That is a travel. Really nothing Butler could do. Riverhawks down 8. And Oliver swings it. Oh, nice look. And Shotting goes up. He's blocked from behind. Good hands by Luca Romero-Loro. Or LRL, as he's known by his friends. I don't know if he is. Probably not. And Hampton breaks the press. And underneath, going up strong, but unable to finish was Kersop. And Zepp gets the deflection and will haul in the rebound. And Zepp with a soft touch in the lane. Lead back down to 6 for the Talbots. Riverhawks have had it within 6 a couple times this quarter. And Hampton has seemingly had the answers into the lane. Dish there to Kersop, kick it out. Thought about a 3. Baseline back to Kersop, and Olsen, I think, going to get whistled for that reach. Well, he put up number 2. Oh, no, number 1, they got it on Oliver.
That's his first 13th foul of the quarter.
So Oliver and Olsen both there, but Oliver whistled for that foul. That will be number 1 on Jaden Oliver. And Kersop misses the first. Second one up by Kersop, no good, so the Riverhawks catch a break right there. As Oliver's foul does not harm his team, and Kersop misses both. 6-point lead, chance for the Riverhawks. Get it down to a 2-possession game. Olsen trying to survey the zone. Gets it into Zepp. Zepp's got a little short shot, and he nails it. Zepp starting to heat up. He's got 14, and he's had a great third quarter. And we have a stoppage again by the officials, and oh, come on, man. I don't know what he told the band to do. Calm down, maybe? What was that about? I mean, I don't understand. They're allowed to cheer. They're allowed to make noise, right? You would figure. I don't know if somebody was close to the court. That's what I'm thinking. Because how could you tell them to calm down or be quiet? Oh! And lucky for the Riverhawks there that Brumbaugh didn't pick up a foul. As going to the court there was Porter Kelly. Oh, and that ball dribbled away off of Luca Romero-Loro's knee, but he got it back. LRL, 3-ball from the corner, and he drills it. That's his new nickname. Sorry, bud. You hit a 3 when I called you that, so you're LRL for now. 35-28. Riverhawks trail by 7, third quarter, 1:28 left. WPIAL 5A Section 2 boys varsity basketball matchup. Got a foul in the backcourt here, and that was a pretty light contact there by Griffin Jarrell. And Coach Cangilla has lost the long sleeves. He's down to the short sleeve Talbot shirt. It's kind of warm in here, I'm not going to lie. I got my 1992 starter Steelers Bill Cowher pullover on right now with my 2024 Mike Tomlin white all-black hypocycloid Steelers hat. Trying to merge eras here and get us a win tomorrow. We'll see how much I have to do with it. Zepp again, nice move into the lane and a finish. Zepp on fire in this third quarter. I think he has 10. I have to go check that on the scorebook, but Zepp has been great in the third quarter, now up to 16 points. He is tied with Jonas Cups for the scoring lead. Three-pointer, no good, shotting in there, knocked it to Zepp. And 40 seconds left. Riverhawks are down by 5. See if they can make this a one-possession game before the end of the third quarter. Hold for that last shot. Nobody coming out on Zepp. Hampton has switched to a man-to-man, and right now guarding Zepp is Kersop. So Zepp just going to hold it until that count starts. It does. Zepp picks up his dribble, gives it to Olsen. 14 seconds left. Olsen waits, and he will be picked up by Jarrell. Olsen gets a screen from Zepp. Olsen, and he gets it knocked away by Jarrell, and a foul. I think that was Brumbaugh. They're going to say, nope, it was Olsen. So Quinn Olsen whistled for the foul, and you got to give credit there to Porter Jarrell as he got beat on the dribble, came back and smacked that ball away from Olsen before. Oh, it's a steal by Oliver. He's going to get a chance. Shot at the buzzer, no good. Riverhawks have had 3 attempts at the buzzer. And down 5 points as we head to the fourth. So before the cheerleaders come out, I'm going to give to a sponsor. We'll be right back.
Armstrong Indoor Athletics, located at 132 South Grand Street Avenue in downtown Katanning, offers a state-of-the-art training facility and top-tier instruction by experienced coaches to help turn your youngster into the best baseball or softball player they can be. Batting cage and bullpen lane rentals are available for 30 to 60-minute sessions, and you can also sign your baseball or softball player up for private hitting, pitching, fielding, and catching instruction with our knowledgeable staff. Be sure to visit Armstrong Indoor Athletics online at aia.team or call them at 724-599-9761 for more information today.
And you know what? That is so unfortunate that I've cut away because, Joe Rhodes, if you're watching at home, the band just played The Horse. And I am so sorry that I cut away from that. It was The Horse. They didn't play it all game. And, oh, come on, man. That was tough. The Horse was just played. I cut away to try and give Armstrong Indoor Athletics their commercial that they have rightfully paid us for. And I've been giving the shine to the cheerleaders and the band all night. I get AIA on as Hampton gets a bucket right out of the huddle there to start the fourth quarter. And what does the Armstrong Riverhawks band break out but The Horse? I mean, just unfortunate because it was a great rendition of a sports standard played by marching bands all over this great country. The Horse. Zepp working hard, shakes his man, and he finishes. Zepp 18 in this game. Jacob Zepp really getting hot in the second half. Maybe he heard The Horse and got fired up like we do when we hear it. So it is 37-32. Riverhawks trail by 5. Hampton with the ball. And you got to give the Talbots a lot of credit tonight. They have had the answer. Riverhawks have drawn it close a couple of times in that third quarter. Got it down to 6 3 times, I believe. Oh, got it down to 6 twice and down to 5 once. And right out of the, that's a tipped away by Jablonski and a steal by Olsen. He brings it the other way, gets it into Oliver and a transition bucket off a turnover. Riverhawks now down to a 3-point game, and they are playing with a lot more energy and a lot more effort than they were in the first half. And I think, see if Schotting gets it. Oliver reached in there at the very last second, and they give it to Carter Schotting. First foul for Schotting on the night. Yeah, the Riverhawks must have heard something from Coach Cavo in the locker room at halftime. But as I was saying, Hampton has had the answer so far. Riverhawks have gotten it close. 3 ball up quickly, no good. And well, what? That goes against Jonas Cups, and I think they got him. I'm going to say that they got him because when he went down, he tried to sell that he had gotten hit on the three-pointer, and I think his foot might have made contact with Olsen. And the official called a foul on him for being on the floor right there. He went down. He pulled that three really, really quickly. I mean, it was an incredibly quick release there by Cups. And he kind of went into Olsen, who was straight up, and tried to use that contact to sell it a bit and draw a foul call, and he did not. And as he came down, I think his foot, maybe intentionally, the referee thought, made contact. Oh, Schotting gets back door. Schotting goes up strong. No good. It falls away. And wow, Zepp fighting for a board, tries to clear people out. Oliver, 3 ball, no good. Ball loose, Schotting with it, gets it off to Oliver. Oliver to Olsen, going up for the reverse, and he scores! Quinn Olsen, after a wild frenzy for the ball, the Riverhawks have brought it back to within a point. What a comeback by Armstrong in this one, and I tell you, I'm surprised because we've seen the Riverhawks just kind of, I don't want to say quit, but boy, oh boy, against Kiski, they did not look like they had much in the tank in the second half. And it got out of hand, ugly. It got out of hand in the fourth quarter. But tonight, against Hampton, they have owned the second half, really. Hampton up by as many as 12 in this game. Jablonski going to get called for that. Overzealous there by the great Jablonski. His magician name, in case you didn't know, Chase is a big magic guy. Not Magic the Gathering, mind you. Actual magic. Like Kid, of course. I don't know if Chase likes magic, but he was given the nickname The Great Jablonski as a youngster by our own Ryan Sprankle, owner of Sprankle's Neighborhood Markets, downtown Katanning, our sponsor tonight on the scoreboard. So that was a little tie-in that I did there, and credit Joe Rhodes again. He did that the other night, and I just ripped it, stole that original material, but I did credit. So after the foul by Jablonski, 5:05 remaining. Riverhawks down by a point. Spin dribble there by Kersop. Cut off by Shawty. Kersop up. Olsen might have got a hand on it, but guess what? Zach Danner looking like Bruce Banner inside, a.k.a. the Incredible Hulk. He got real strong right there on the offensive board. And he corralled it and put it back in, so it gives Hampton a 3-point lead into a timeout. And we're going to take a quick timeout as well here on High Top Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Steffi's Country Catering prepares home-style made-from-scratch dishes that will have you convinced Mom made it. Whatever the occasion, Steffi's Country Catering will have you coming back for every event year-round. Find us on Facebook to place an order or to see our Sunday specials, or call 724-54-85047.
And welcome back. High Top Sports Network with you. Thanks to Steffi's Country Catering. Check out Terry on Facebook. Just search at Terry Steffi. He'll slick you up. Whether it be a graduation party, a holiday, a birthday, maybe it's an anniversary. I don't know. Maybe you have a golf outing and you need food. Check out Terry's awesome selection. Great menu, home-cooked meal, stick-to-the-ribs food. Shotting fouled. He gets the shot up. No good. Shotting going to go to the line for a couple. As Armstrong has handled the Hampton press tonight pretty adeptly. You know, they have struggled against it in the very beginning of the season in their tip-off tournament. Highlands pressed them into oblivion and, you know, ran away with the game. Shotting first one, good. Carter Shotting drops it in. His first point of the night. Shotting a freshman out there getting some valuable minutes. Another one up, good. Shotting gets them both. And back to a 1-point game. Riverhawks trail by a point. Looking for that first section win. As I mentioned a couple times on this broadcast, Riverhawks have seen some down moments so far this year, but boy, would this be a real shot in the arm for this team if they were able to somehow knock Hampton off after trailing by double digits in the first half. It's something that this very, very young team would, I think, highly benefit from. At 4:15 left, Olsen there on Cups. Cups has had a nice night. He's got 18. Oh, excuse me, he's got 16 tonight. Apologies. Zepp has 18 to lead all scorers. And Hampton being very patient with it. Cups looked for it, and he gets bumped a little bit by Shotting. Gets the ball to Kersop, and going to get a hand check on Olsen, and Quinn doesn't like it. Said a little something to the ref there. Just lightly in passing. Like, I didn't do that. Olsen picks up foul number 2, I believe. According to the scoreboard, it is number 2 on number 3 for the Riverhawks. And the designed inbound play was looking to set up Gwynn for a 3 in the corner there, but the Riverhawks sniffed that out. So a reset by Hampton. Now Brumbaugh guarding Butler. Hands it off to Cups, who was guarded by Olsen. And that pass, dangerous skip pass right there. And Zepp, he's got a eye on his man, and Shotting stayed straight up. Oh, the ball came off of Oliver's hand and picked up by Butler. Dropped in there for a very important bucket by the Talbots. Back to a 3-point lead. Boy, the Riverhawks, they got the stop they needed. Shotting forced Kersop into a shot that he couldn't make. And it looked like the Riverhawks were going to corral the rebound, but the ball just nicked the rim again, and Oliver overjumped it, hit his hand, and ended up right in the breadbasket of Butler. Zepp's got, too much juice. He knew it too. Brumbaugh was standing back there. Zepp knew he had a teammate on that block and just a little too much sauce. That's not a faraway pass, and you know what? Zepp's fired up, obviously. Close game. He's a senior out there. You know, he and Jablonski, the only seniors on this squad. And, you know, obviously, Zepp does not want to keep losing section games, especially at home on a Friday night with a great crowd. And, boy, the emotions, the adrenaline, maybe flowing a little hot there for Zepp as he fired that ball right at Brumbaugh, and Brumbaugh just couldn't react in time. And Zepp knew it. He kind of just looked at the sky afterwards and frustrated with himself more than anything, I'm sure. Oh, the drive there, and I mean, losing his footing coming in there was Gwynn. I don't know. I don't think that was a foul.
Armstrong foul against number 1, Jaden Oliver. That's his second.
So Oliver picks up the foul. I don't know. Gwynn, maybe he got pushed from behind by Oliver. I'd have to see it again, but I don't know. It looked more as if Gwynn lost his footing coming into the lane and fell forward, but they're going to, I mean, Coach Kowalowski wants an explanation, and this officiating crew is giving them not only to the coaching staff, but also the fans right there in the front row are also asking for a similar explanation, and they've received it as well. This officiating crew I've seen several times, and let's just say that nobody leaves happy. I saw them last year. They did, Shaler boys were here, and it was pretty one-sided in terms of the calls. Now, I think the calls have been, whoa, that's a carry right there. And, hey, right as I'm about to, not criticize, but point out some discrepancies, the officials both get it right here in the back. They both called that carry. Turnover on Hampton. 41-38, exactly 2 minutes left as Olsen dribbles toward the timeline. Guarded by Butler. And ball in the corner there for Oliver. Oliver around two screens, shotting. Ball at the top of the key, gives it to Zepp. Zepp guarded by Danner. Brumbaugh over to Shotting, swings it. Oliver gets loose, baseline, and scores. Oliver beats his man to the bucket. A 1-point game once again. Can the Riverhawks get a stop and get over the hump? They have not been able to do it so far tonight, but boy, now would be the time with 1:28 left and a timeout called. Wow, Coach Camgilla calls it just in time. It looked like it was getting dangerously close to a travel. And we'll keep it back on the old Riverhawks cheerleaders and pep band, working hard tonight. And you know who else works hard? Phoenix Physical Therapy, Canning and Rural Valley. Recover, recharge, and rise to new heights after an injury. Check them out, Katanning, right up there at the Franklin Village Mall Plaza. Right next to the Valley Dairy. If you like a good piece of pie and a scoop of ice cream, Valley Dairy doesn't sponsor us, but I'll shout them out. But Phoenix right there, Damon Fermani, the director. Damon, a great guy. Also, Brian Brooks at Phoenix in Rural Valley. One of our big sponsors for West Shamokin. I was there the other night. Saw the Wolves raise their record to 11-2 on the year. And tonight they're playing Cambria Heights. Would like to see, maybe get an update for you prior to the conclusion of this one. I see my friend over there, Pam Kugis, taking some photos. You can check out Pam's work in the Leader Times next week. Won't be able to get it in tonight. Early deadlines, etc. No print edition on Mondays. So it'll hold for Tuesday. But High Top Sports Network, also the official content provider of the Leader Times Sports section. And Pam takes great photos of this game and a ton of others. So certainly be using one of Pam's photos in this game recap. Hampton holding and shotting up on Gavin Gwynn, and that ball gets into Butler. Butler just dribbles it out, so content to take some time off the clock with a 1-point lead are the Talbots. And they have taken a good 45 seconds off so far. Triple teamed right there. Is Gwynn. Zepp. Oh, they're going to get Zepp on a blocking foul. That was, I mean, Zepp tried to avoid contact. He couldn't, so, I mean, that's the right call. But, you know, that's going to put Butler at the line. So, mention it every game since it is a new rule. No more 1-and-1, and right now is the situation where if you're a real basketball fan, I think you would want to see a 1-and-1. A lot more drama and excitement, but instead, you're going to get 2 from the line, and Butler knocks down the first. 42-40. Talbots lead the Riverhawks. 43.4 seconds left. Butler's second is no good. And Zepp pulls down the board. Jacob Zepp ahead. And back to Zepp, and it goes off of a leg, and they're going to say it went out off Hampton. Olsen was down there in the corner. Zepp fired it ahead to Olsen. And Olsen tried to get it right back, a low bounce pass, and it went off of Gwynn's leg, I believe, and out of bounds. 30-second timeout called by Armstrong. Get over to the pep band here. See the corner of my little hawk's nest. You can see the vintage pullover there. Starter Pro line, in case you were wondering. This is a legit 1992 Bill Cowher Starter Pro line turnover. It was given to me by someone very dear to me who has since passed away, and I have taken great care of it. And I just had to break it out today, you know. I really need, I think, a Steelers playoff victory tomorrow. It's, you know, the odds are stacked against us, blah, blah, blah. But I tried to conjure up all the good mojo that I could. And a backdoor pass to Brumbaugh, and he's fouled, and it won't drop. What a look by Olsen. And Brumbaugh is going to go to the line with a chance to tie at 31.2 seconds left. There's another Olsen just walked in and sat down next to Dr. Ryan Olsen, one of our sponsors here. That's Caden. This is University of Pennsylvania hat on. Brumbaugh's first, no good. Too deep, back iron. And some words of encouragement there from Zepp and Schotting. Brumbaugh going to get another one here. Brumbaugh's second is good, so a one-point game again. Riverhawks down a point. And a foul there by Oliver. That's going to be number 3 on Jaden Oliver. And it will put Butler to the line again, so apparently that is the guy, according to Coach Cavo, to put at the line. We shall see again. No 1-and-1. First one by Butler is good. So Butler responding under pressure. Jablonski checks back in. Brumbaugh will sit. 28.7 seconds, so only about 2.5 seconds came off before that foul. So Butler second is good. So Andrew Butler has been great here in this crunch time moment. 44-41 Talbots. I can't leave now, because if they bust out the horse again and I don't have it on for the team back at High Top headquarters, it's going to be a problem. I can't believe they broke it out. It's the first and only time they played it all night. I've heard Poker Face by Lady Gaga 6 times, but the horse one time when I cut away from a commercial. Unreal. I wish I had a sign I could just hold up that the pep band would see it and just say horse. Or like in college football, you know, I could have like a drawing of a horse. Just hold it up like that was the play call. If you don't know the horse, Google it. All you got to do is say marching band, comma, horse. You'll know the song as soon as you hear it. So the Riverhawks inbound. Zepp at the timeline, gets it across to Oliver. And he gets it out to Olsen, 18 seconds left. Riverhawks down 3. And Armstrong needs a big shot, and that ball deflected. It's off of Zepp and out of bounds. A bad turnover there by the Riverhawks. And, oh, man, that just stings right there. Coach Gangella calling a full timeout here. And Olsen tried to get that ball over to Zepp, and I'm not sure who got a hand on it. It might have been Kersop. And the ball just, I mean, if you've played hoops, you know it. You know the bounce. You've had it go off your hand and out of bounds if you've played this game. A defender, gets a hand on the ball and tips what would be a bounce pass right into your hand. Tips it and makes it a little short, but now the spin has changed on the ball. You go to reach for it, it hits your hand and goes sideways and out of bounds, and that's what happened to Zepp. I mean, that's a tough one. I mean, it's not like it was a bad pass. It was a good defensive play more than anything to tip it, and then when Zepp went to reach for it, it hit his hand and changed directions out of bounds. So good defensive play there. I think it was Kersop. I'm not sure I'm 100% there, so I don't want to give improper credit, nor do I want to exclude any Hampton player that did make that play. But like I said, if you've played basketball long enough in your life, that's happened to you, where, your guard is trying to get it to you if you're a big man, or if you're just passing between guards in the backcourt, and the defender gets a tip on it. That ball still looks like it's going to bounce to you the same way, and it ends up spinning differently, and you don't have the right, I don't even know, the right angle of your hand to catch it correctly, and fouled immediately on the inbound there. It was Griffin Jarrell. So Oliver picks up number 4.
Number 14, Griffin Jarrell at the line.
Well, Mr. Cannon said Jarrell, so Griffin Jarrell to the line. I trust Jake's pronunciations more than my own. Jarrell trying to make this a 4-point game, and he does. Hampton has been money at the free throw line here in the fourth quarter. And I got to give credit to the Talbots right there. Some teams seize up, get tight. In situations like this, Hampton's just walking up and knocking down free throws like there's nobody in the gym. 2 for 2 again by the Talbots. They're up 5. And slicing in, Olsen drops it off to Brumbaugh. He scores, and a timeout immediately called by Armstrong head coach Brian Kovalofsky. 4.5 seconds left. Riverhawks down 3, full 60-second timeout. We'll thank AIA one more time. We'll be right back.
Armstrong Indoor Athletics, located at 132 South Grand Street Avenue in downtown Katanning, offers a state-of-the-art training facility and top-tier instruction by experienced coaches to help turn your youngster into the best baseball or softball player they can be. Batting cage and bullpen lane rentals are available for 30 to 60-minute sessions, and you can also sign your baseball or softball player up for private hitting, pitching, fielding, and catching instruction with our knowledgeable staff. Be sure to visit Armstrong Indoor Athletics online at aia.team or call them at 724-599-9761 for more information today.
And welcome back, High Top Sports Network. Final 4.5 seconds left in regulation here. Riverhawks trail 46-43. Talbots have been fantastic at the free throw line here in the fourth quarter. When the Riverhawks have had to foul to try and get the ball back, Hampton has just walked up and calmly knocked them down, and that is a huge, huge asset for a team. As Oliver fouls out of the game, has to use his 5th foul, and Griffin Jarrell back to the line. He had no hesitation in knocking down 2 for 2 the last time he was at the line. Only 0.9 seconds elapsed off the clock there. Riverhawks are hoping that Jarrell misses at least one. Gotta really have him miss 2. He does it. It's just bottom of the net. Hampton, I think, has made their last 10 free throws in a row. Wow, I mean, it's impressive. That's a well-coached and a well-schooled team, fundamentally sound, and Jarrell knocks down both once again. And Riverhawks, well, just firing it as Jablonski, and that's it. Armstrong falls. A valiant effort by the Riverhawks in the second half, but that'll do it. 48-43 Hampton. And our Phoenix Physical Therapy, Katanning and Rural Valley. Katanning player of the game tonight. Boy, I'd like to give it to Jonas Cups, but I mean, Griffin Jarrell, look at the scoreboard. He has 4 points. All 4 of them were huge. They were free throws in the last 30 seconds of the game. I'm giving it to the entire Hampton team, to be quite honest, because they did not miss a free throw here in the second half of the fourth quarter, and I would love to see the book right now, see what their shooting percentage was from the line for this game. They were excellent at the free throw line, and that was the difference. And you hear coaches talk about it all the time. Hey, you got to make your free throws, got to make your free throws. It comes down to free throws. Well, guess what? It did tonight. The Riverhawks, you know, I don't think free throws were the determining factor. They had a very, very slow kind of a, you know, what's the word that I want to use? It was a slow start for the Riverhawks, kind of just like running in quicksand, you know. They didn't seem to get off on the right foot tonight, but in the second half, boy, they came out blazing. And, you know, Hampton held them off, and they did so with free throws down the stretch here in the final, you know, three and a half minutes of the game. And I'm telling you what, it's impressive to watch a high school team do that, because more often than not, you're going to see a high school team struggle in that situation. You just walk up. There's a lot of pressure. It's intense. And there's a ton of, you know, there's a ton of people here cheering. There's a band. There's cheerleaders. Everybody's screaming. And you want to walk up there and try and drown everything out. Well, these kids look like they've been doing it for years and years and years. And every one of those Talbots that got to the line in the fourth quarter knocked them down. So a tremendous performance from the free throw line by the Talbots tonight. And that was the difference in our Sprankle's Neighborhood Markets game of the night. Thanks to Sprankle's Neighborhood Markets. Check them out. Hashtag save on meat. Not just one meat, of course. Save on all the meats. Thanks to Ryan, Doug, and Randy. Great sponsors here since day one. We love them. They love us. It's all good. Go in there and get some sushi on Wednesdays, $5. Hand-rolled sushi rolls. I get the spicy tuna. I like it as spicy tuna. And, you know, Sprankle's, they're just a tremendous community-oriented organization. Yeah, they're grocery stores, of course. Wacky on social media, yes. Does Ryan dress up like a piece of bacon? Sure. But they do a ton for the community. They're extremely involved with the Salvation Army. You know, a lot of stuff for the kids. A lot of stuff for the kids. A lot of stuff that doesn't get publicized, too. And we're proud to work with them. And we hope they feel the same. In fact, I know they do, because they keep coming back. And they don't say no whenever we come to them. But they're awesome. Thanks to Ryan, Doug, and Randy. Sprankles in Saxonburg, Katanning, and Leechburg. Hashtag save on meat. Jake Canish giving me the international symbol for keys. And Mr. Canish, welcome back. You're looking very tan, Mr. Canish. I said you're looking very tan. Mr. Canish was in Florida last week, enjoying some vacay. And I told him he's looking very tan, and he said, well, thank you. So, Mr. Canish back now. I walked in, and he just tossed me the keys. And that's the kind of love High Top gets here at Armstrong and other schools as well. But, you know, Mr. Canish saw me at the door, and I was walking in, and he just handed me the keys. And I came up to the press box because it's always locked in the auxiliary gym. And it was nice. It was nice to see him again. He took a long vacation. We had my man Todd Ashbaugh doing the PA here at Armstrong. He was my coach in high school, basketball and cross country. And so I love having Ashbaugh here, but you know, Jake, this is his arena, his area of expertise, and he knew I needed those keys. So he tossed them to me, and he let me toss them right back out of the press box here. So thanks to Mr. Canish and Mr. Todd Harvey, the co-athletic directors here at Armstrong. Thanks to the Hampton basketball boosters for reaching out this evening. I hope fans got an enjoyable broadcast there for the Talbots. As I said, I fretted playing Hampton in high school. It was generally a beatdown. I had a couple of my best games against Hampton, but trust me, we didn't win. But always like Hampton sports. Love going there. I'm always treated well. football, basketball, whatever. Anytime we go to Hampton, we're always treated well. So thanks to the boosters for reaching out. Hope you got to share the link. I said feel free to share wherever, to whoever, on social media or whatever. So hopefully some Hampton fans got to tune in tonight and see this broadcast. Their Talbots emerge victorious. Great free throw shooting down the stretch. All right, that's going to do it for me. Josh Reckengoss signing off here from the Hawks Nest at Armstrong Junior Senior High School. Recapping the final score once more. Hampton Talbots 48, Armstrong Riverhawks 43 in a WPIAL 5A Section 2 boys varsity basketball matchup. Hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. And of course, if you watch the whole broadcast, you know I got the old school starter Cower pullover. I got the new school Tomlin white Steeler hat, sideline hat with the black hypocycloid. I'm trying to put it all together here for the black and gold tomorrow. Nobody giving us a chance, and that's just the way I like it. So go Steelers. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Stay safe. Be well.